When it comes to sports in Lorain, your station to watch is TV 20, Lorain City Schools Television.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to WLCS TV 20 as we get set for LEL action tonight, featuring the guys, the Titans, taking on the Cleveland Heights Tigers. I'm Don Vincent, along with the coach, Jim Baker, as we get set for the game here tonight at Lorain High. We'll talk about the game first. There's some other stuff going on, but Lorain's coming in, coach, at 17-3 on the season. Cleveland Heights is coming in at 7-14. Coach John Rossitano says that 7-14 record's deceptive.
No, they have an extremely athletic ball club, Cleveland Heights. A lot of their loss, they play a tremendous schedule, like seems like every LEL school does. They've played people tight. Lorain was able to come up with a 4-point win over at Cleveland Heights, so very deceptive record.
This Lorain squad earns its money every night by playing great defense. It's going to be tough against a team like this that outsizes them.
They're going to have to do some fundamental things. You're right. They can't rely on athleticism because they're going against just as good athletes. So it's going to have to be some fundamental, defensive, stay in that stance, put a body on people so they can trigger their transition game.
The other part of the big deal here tonight for the Lorain High Titans is the fact that if they win, they claim the LEL championship outright. They're probably cutting down the nets. That's a little extra added pressure. Absolutely. You hope that your kids don't have the moment be too big for them. And I mean, Lorain's done a tremendous job of that, obviously, in the past couple seasons, but this is a unique night. And obviously, the Lorain kids know this. Obviously, from the people here already, the Lorain community knows this. So you hope that your kids are able to, stay in the moment without getting, hey, we gotta win, we gotta. They've worked all year to be a league champion. They have to just focus on one thing, and that's winning one more basketball game. The other part that makes tonight unique is this is the last regular season game here in this gym. There's a lot of Southview alumni here, a lot of former athletes, myself included, that played on this court that are going to celebrate one last regular season game right here in the old Southview, current Lorain High gym. There's also going to be a moment where they honor Coach Larry Stark, the longtime coach of basketball here and tennis at Southview High School. That's going to be a bit emotional.
Oh, absolutely. And again, everybody knows this, and it just kind of adds to it. So there is pressure. It's great to see. I'm looking at all the people walking in with Southview gear on and everything.
Right.
And that's, it's great to see that. It's all part of the atmosphere here. So let's put it like this: if the Titans can get this done tonight, they certainly have earned it.
Certainly going to be a party one way or the other. Basketball's coming up. Celebration at halftime, both of the Lorain Southview and Lorain High School gym, as well as paying homage to Coach Stark. All that's coming up tonight right here on WLCS TV 20. And welcome back to Lorain High School as Lorain High Pep Band. Interestingly enough, and I mean, even they got into the spirit. They played the old Southview fight song along the way as well, which,
It's really kind of cool, all the tributes that are being done here. And, I'm sure, Brian Corey had a lot to do with this. He deserves a lot of credit. He's trying to make this gymnasium be honored the way it should be.
Yeah, and I talked to him a little bit earlier, tapped him on the shoulder, and I said to him, I'm sure other people have, but hey, in case no one has said thanks, thank you. As an old Southview guy, I certainly appreciate him, doing it right. So let's go ahead and take a look at the starting lineups tonight. Cleveland Heights Tigers coming in at 7-14 on the season. Jeremy Holmes is their coach. Mike Pettit, a senior forward, will take the starting lineup along with Tyreek Smith, a sophomore forward. Jalen Harris is a junior forward. And again, it goes back to your comments about this being a young team, coach. Javon Roberts is a senior guard, and to wrap it up with a sophomore playing underneath, Grayson Green, who is a load.
Big dude, man. You just see that. He's sitting down here below us like, again, you can't overstate how talented this Cleveland Heights team is.
Taking a look at the Titans starting lineup. Kevin Davis, a 5'10" senior guard, will join Davier Andrews, a 6'2" senior guard, along with Jamar Ross, who a little bit under the weather, but is available tonight, a 5'9" senior guard. Anthony Smothers, 6'7" as a senior forward. And then kind of the heartbeat, the pulse, the go-to guy of this Titan squad, Naz Bohannon, 6'5" junior forward.
Just nothing but impressed by Bohannon. I mean, there's nothing he cannot do, and you're right, Don. He's so important to this team, obviously for the physical ability he brings, but you can tell this guy, he's the leader. They thrive on him, and he'll do his best. Obviously, he'll have this crowd. If he can get this crowd any louder, Bohannon can do it.
Also want to welcome in everybody checking this game out on WLCS TV 20 on the replay or on the YouTube channel. Joe Bach standing by doing all the producing here. Good to be working with WLCS once again. So here we go, Coach. Last-minute instructions to both teams. What are you saying?
Well, it's going to come down to the basics. You got to get stops. You got to take care of the basketball. You got to control the backboards. I mean, but you've got to, keep everything in context. And it's going to be a challenge to these young men from Lorain tonight mentally. They've got to be mentally tough. Talked about it, Don. They're either going to come out here and be a ball of fire, or they're going to be too jacked up, which is going to lead to mistakes. So they just, play the game. It's one more game. Win each quarter. Let things take care of themselves.
Their home white starting off left to right across your digital tuner and on your WLCS TV screen. High tip is popped around. It's going to be recovered by Cleveland Heights. They'll get into their offense now. They'll swing it around to the left side. Tyreek Smith wants to go baseline. Bounce pass goes inside. Pruitt, no. Pettit, rather, no. Rebound tipped around. Naz Bohannon's going to pull down his first rebound of the game and want to force the pace a little bit. Bounce pass goes up to Davis. Davis will work to the top of the key. Hands off. Jamar Ross coming off of that. Davier Andrews now wants to cross over. Looks inside. Naz Bohannon, middle of the lane. Misses from 8 feet. Smothers was there for the rebound. Couldn't quite pull it in. Pettit takes it away for Cleveland Heights. Get it off and we'll head the other way. Javon Roberts going to run the offense off to the right side. There's Green. One dribble, hesitation move, top of the key. He's going to get whistled for the travel. Nice job by Kevin Davis. He's getting a hand in on the ball.
Absolutely right. I mean, he was able to pressure the ball, but more importantly, he moved his feet and kept in front of the ball handler, forcing that travel.
No score yet. 7:20 left in the first quarter. Don Vince along with the coach Jim Baker. Looking forward to this one. I've been waiting on this one for a long time. Andrews out top, swings it around the left side, clearing out top as Ross spots the three ball. Give it to him.
Yeah, nice screen away from the ball by Andrews. Got Ross open and he nailed it.
Long outlet pass goes down court. Grayson Green's going to be there, and he's not going to. The Lorain defense caught up with him. They're swinging around the left side now. Tyreek Smith with a couple dribbles to center things up. Pettit now. Off to the right side. That is a bomb from a long distance, and nailing it was Javon Roberts.
Yeah, that was about 25 feet out there, but here's the Titans in transition.
They're going to hit their own three ball. Jamar Ross, 2 for 2 from long distance. That'll give him 6 points, and the Titans a little bit of a lead. Heading down the other way, Tyreek Smith. Lob pass down to the baseline. That one's not going to go for Jalen Harris, but the putback will.
Yeah, Jalen Harris, as we talked about, I mean, he's one of the high, he's only a junior and probably the #1 wide receiver recruit in the state of Ohio. Buckeyes all over him. That's how athletic he is.
That's a big wide receiver. Andrews into the lane, kicks it out to Davis, sends it left side. Ross is hot. It's going to stay that way. Nope, not that time. And Harris will get the ball, forces it out quickly. Javon Roberts sends it down to the baseline. Green goes along the baseline. He's going to step on the baseline.
Yeah, pretty good job by the Titans getting back here in transition defense. And that's what you want to do as a defender is get your foot to that baseline, forcing the Heights Tigers too wide, turn it over.
You know what we didn't do, Coach? We didn't set an over-under on dunks tonight. We probably should have.
It looks like they have some possibilities.
I'm thinking unless the defense gets really stingy tonight. Andrews swings it left side. That's going to be another three ball. Might have been some contact on that. Bohannon rebound. There's your first dunk of the night. Anthony Smothers off the pass. Rocks the rim.
Am I working with Karnak the Magnificent here? Oh, you called it.
Smith, nice spin move out on the edge. Ball tipped away, picked up by Andrews. Wants to push ahead. Bohannon on the break, leaves it back. Andrews layup off the finger roll and got it.
Tremendous transition offense and sharing the basketball. Love seeing that. Great pass by Bohannon.
Well, nice job splitting the double team. Roberts goes down court, leaves it down court, and the layup at the other end is pretty good there for Pettit, his first points of the basketball game.
You're right, Don. Split that double team and left the Titans, shy going back in transition.
There's Andrews with a nice step, leaves it off the glass. Think he wanted to find Anthony Smothers off the miss. Rebound comes down to Cleveland Heights, and we'll head the other way. Tigers with the ball on their offensive end. They'll center things up. In between the circle is Roberts. Sends it to the top of the key. A little extra step there by Pettit. No whistle. They'll lob it down to Tyreek Smith. Wants to go to work against Nosbo Hannon. Not going to be there for him. They'll swing it around outside. Three ball is going to be launched by Harris. No. Big rebound underneath, and put back is also a no-go for Grayson Green. Rebound comes down to the Titans. Quick pass forward. Davis works to the top of the key, sends it outside. Andrews, three ball. No, a little bit too strong. Boy, a lot of contact. Who are they going to whistle that on? They're going to get the Titans on this one.
Yeah, they're going to get Jamar Ross. He kind of went over the top there, and that kept the ball free from Cleveland Heights.
Shane Smith's going to come into the game, as is Deshaun Brooks. Brooks is a 6'3" junior forward. I like the way he plays. He's gritty on the inside, but he can step out as well.
Well, he's developed over the course of this year, and he's somebody that's got himself even more minutes out in the rotation. He's helped the Titans as he's developed.
Roberts out top with the dribble, splits everybody, floats one up in the middle of the lane. That was a little bit too easy for Roberts.
You got to try to get him to the side. I mean, it's very difficult, but you got to keep him out of the middle of the floor.
Andrews, one step to the glass, lays it up. Contact underneath. Shane Smith going up for the rebound. They'll tie it up. Alternate possession, and the officials will get into the guys' ears already. Well, they're both reaching for the ball. I'm not quite sure. I'm getting too excited. Titans are going to get the ball.
Jump on any physicality early and just let them play. And so far, that's what both teams have been doing.
Bohannon at the elbow, off the inbounds pass, sends it off to the right side. Andrews sends it back outside. Brooks, three ball all day.
That's just playing with confidence right there. And again, sharing the basketball. At time, Andrews with a nice pass.
Pettit had the ball inside, knocked away by the Titans. Andrews is going to come up with it. Had the idea of pushing the tempo a little bit. Couldn't quite get there. Beats everybody to the left elbow, then sends it outside. It's a back out top. Kevin Davis now wants to go to work. He took an extra step. I thought he traveled. I also thought the whistle could have come a half count faster.
Yeah. They're pretty quick out there, Don.
They are. That's true.
That was the old ball fake, foot fake, same time, and it's always going to be a travel.
3:37 left in the first quarter. 13-9 in favor of the Titans early on in this one.
Titans showing a little 1-2-2 here, getting a quick trap out of it.
I had heard a little bit about the fact that the Titans wanted to go to a zone at some point. Actually, being handled right now by Cleveland Heights. Quick pass goes underneath. Got blocked underneath. I don't know how that happened. But boy, then the putback is good for Jalen Harris. Deshaun Brooks just swatted that one away somehow. There's a three ball at the other end. Javier can't hit that one. Rebound comes down. Here comes Cleveland Heights. Jalen Harris on the push. Hesitation move. May have taken an extra step. That one no good. Nosbo Hannon comes down with the rebound. The big guy's going to push the tempo. He's going to take it all the way to the right block off the glass. Nope. Rebound being tipped around. Finally going to be collected. And we'll head the other way by Pettit. Pettit goes into the lane, gets fouled, and one.
That's that strength you've talked about. Pettit just leaning into Brooks, creating some contact. He knew exactly what he was doing. And so strong, he had no problem at all finishing and drawing the foul.
Sean Brooks whistled for that foul. Smothers going to come back into the game. Nosbo Hannon, Javier Andrews sitting down. Also back into the game, Jamar Ross for the Titans. And they'll just keep running. 8-9 at you.
Well, with this pace, I mean, you're going to have to get into your bench. I mean, this pace is just flat out. No shot clock needed. Both teams getting up and down the floor.
Old-fashioned three-point play is a no-go. Smothers can't handle the rebound, loses it out of bounds. So Heights may turn this into a four-point play. Up back up the bench, Grayson Green comes back into the ball game.
Good chance of inbounds under here for Cleveland Heights.
2:50 left in the first quarter, tied at 13. Heights to inbounds underneath their own basket. Quick pass down to the left baseline. Three ball launch. No. Rebound comes down to the Titans, and they're on the push. Well, a couple of the big guys running the court didn't get paid off for their efforts. Shot blocked down at the other end. No good there for Kevin Davis. Long pass goes into the Lorain High cheerleading squad. We'll head the other way.
Yeah, these two teams right now are a mirror image of each other. They're trying to run every opportunity they can. That time pass, I mean, had a teammate ahead of them, but the Heights pass was just too far.
Javier Andrews will trot the ball up court for the Titans. He's got Brooks on his left side. Spotted over to him. and get it right back. Titans look like they want to try to extend this Cleveland Heights defense.
Well, a little bit here, but they're trying. Now you're going to try to get them to spread. They want to try to get an opportunity, and this is something that the Titans have run a little bit more. This offense, 5 out, dribble penetrate.
Shane Smith's going to spot the 3 ball. That one's not going to go. Rebound's going to be battled for, and underneath is Xavier Andrews as he came away with it, kind of stuck in there and stole it away and then got fouled.
He did a real good job, Andrews, who's behind the Heights rebounder, and as soon as that ball came down to the hip level, he was there to knock that thing, grab it, and cause the foul.
Grayson Green whistled for the foul, his first, team first. Nas Bohannon comes back into the ball game. Boy, there's just a boatload of movement behind us. I don't know what's up with that. Xavier Andrews gets it on the wing. 1 dribble, 2 steps, and a layup.
Yeah, real nice athletic take right there by Andrews, getting the Titans a lead back.
Comes Heights. They'll slow the pace just a little bit. Javon Roberts sends it left side. That'll be Jalen Harris. Goes long cross court pass.
Old school 2-3 zone right now by Lorain.
Oh, boy.
Man.
Green missed the shot, but Mike Pettit there to clean up behind it. He rocked it with 2 hands.
That's a man-sized offensive rebound.
Yeah, it is. There's no question. Took it right off the rim. Boy, there's another takeaway. This may turn into another dunk. Going not careful. It's going to end up being a layup. Malik Smith's going to take it just into the ball game. His first deuce, and it's the first lead of the ball game for Cleveland Heights, 17-15.
Yeah, that's kind of nice. We can bring in what looks to be about a 6'7", 6'8" kid off your bench.
An athletic 6'7", 6'8".
Athletic,
yeah.
Right.
Bohannon hands off out top. Jamar Ross sends it outside. Boy, there's a hip check from, I don't know where. Malik Smith's going to get whistled for it.
Well, and I think that's what we're seeing. I think the Titans feel like they're a little bit quicker when, size favors Cleveland Heights right now. So what Lorain's trying to do is run more like a spread offense, use that quickness, again, try to dribble penetrate, get to the basket, or kick it to shooters.
Kevin Davis comes back into the ball game for Lorain. He'll inbound it, get it off to Andrews with 68 ticks on the clock here in the first quarter. High screen. Bohannon wanted to set up Andrews, not going to be there. They'll flip it left side. Jamar Ross down on the baseline, finds Bohannon, flips it up with the right hand and in.
Yeah, nice finding the mismatch there. They can't handle Bohannon there.
Boy, a lob pass goes the other way. Kevin Davis playing safety, ends up knocking it away, comes up with it, goes to the top of the key with it, then backs off and resets the offense with 42 seconds left in the quarter, tied at 17. Davis will just back it up, wait for the defense to find him right now.
Cleveland Heights is going to back up, so this might be the last possession of the quarter here.
Andrews now on the left side, near midcourt, about 4 feet off of it, down to 25-24 on the clock. Both coaches up on their feet saying, okay, here's what we want, and here's when we want it.
And practice this stuff every single day, so let's see if they can execute.
Now the Titans will start moving. They'll start shifting around. Andrews out top. Certainly a guy you want to have with the ball. Sends it outside. It's going to end up in a 3-ball. That one's going to end up a little bit short for Jamar Ross. Rebound stolen right back. Forced up. No good for Kevin Davis. Tip. No! So we'll end the first quarter tied at 17. It's been an entertaining first 8 minutes. We'll see what happens in the second 8 right after this. We'll be right back on the Cool Cat 1380 WLCS TV 20.
Veterans benefits earned through your service in the National Guard or Reserve can offer a range of support.
I wouldn't be here today as a successful woman without the help that I received.
From home loans to job training, go to benefits.va.gov/Guard Reserve to find out more, even how to apply online using eBenefits.
This is one of the best things I ever did in my life.
We were very fortunate to have these benefits, so we definitely ought to use them.
Achieve your next mission. Learn about your VA benefits today.
I want to welcome you back to Lorain High School. Don Vince along with the coach Jim Baker. 17-17 at the end of the first frame.
I was just thinking how solid of a choice this song was to be playing here. little Hollies action.
Yeah, not bad.
No, very entertaining first quarter, and nothing's been settled yet. 3 quarters to go.
Get back at it here. Cleveland Heights with the ball off the alternate possession. They're going to have it out top. Roberts works to the right side, being hawked out there by Jamar Ross.
Yeah,
comes away from it.
Defense by Andrews that time. They were trying to isolate off a backdoor and then a post up, and Andrews, great job defensively.
You got a push underneath as Mike Pettit was trying to post up against Kevin Davis. There's a mismatch there. Davis whistled for it, his first team foul number 3.
Yeah, I mean, the size advantage that Heights has is just, it's obvious. So there is going to be a mismatch at one spot on the floor no matter what Lorain does.
Lob pass comes way out top. Tyreek Smith on the drive into the lane, lays it in, and 2.
So, you know, again, if you can get to the middle, so many good things can happen for you offensively.
Going to be a hold down at the other end. They're going to whistle that one on Javon Roberts. That'll be his first, team foul number 3 on Cleveland Heights. And I wonder if the players are going to start getting confused at some point.
Yeah, I mean, that's 2 calls this quarter have been very, very tight.
Boy, Javier Andrews short-armed a 16-footer and still made it look easy.
Yeah, but here's Heights right down the floor. I mean, you got to sprint back if you're Lorain because they're coming, Cleveland Heights.
No doubt about that. I think it was Smith that hit that one. I'll check that out here in just a little bit. Check it. It was not. That was Malik Smith. I'm sorry. He's got 4. Titans with the ball on their offensive end. Boy, going up for the dunk time. Smothers did not like. Oh, now we're getting a little bit of chit-chat back and forth. Mike Pettit saying, you didn't get that one. Now the official's getting in his grill. Anthony Smothers getting hyped. Naz Bohannon firing up the Lorain crowd. I got news for you. The next time that the big feller Smothers gets the ball near the rack,
well,
it may be thunderous.
It was, but it wasn't a bad defensive play. I mean, Pettit simply, Smothers was going to dunk, and Pettit didn't let him dunk. And it wasn't, you know, the one thing I like what Pettit did there, Don, was it wasn't anything that could have hurt Smothers. He just simply got him around the wrist area.
And I don't think it was the block or the foul. I think it was the gesture afterward that fired everybody up.
You're not dunking. And Smothers like, well, I already have, and I will again. And
he smiled about
it.
Ball out top. That's Tyreek Smith. Pass goes inside. Smothers there to take it away. Javier Andrews working up court, sends it to the right side. Right back out top. 3-ball launched. Good.
You know, that's such easy basketball if you recognize it. The guy that almost always is open is the guy who passed the ball to you. I mean, seriously, because the defender is backing off, getting in help. If you go right back to him like Lorain did there, it works.
3-ball Malik Smith. He filled it up at the other end. He's got 7 points. 2-point Cleveland Heights lead right now. Davis works into the lane, drops it off Smothers. Reverse layup attempted, can't get that one. Grabs it, goes up again, gets fouled on the dunk again. Tyreek Smith didn't like that call. That'll be his first, team foul number 5.
Oh, I'd say it's just a tad emotional out there tonight.
Just a bit.
Good job, though, by Anthony Smothers. I mean, the first opportunity didn't come in, and then the second one, he stays right with it.
Credit to Malik Smith in Cleveland Heights. Protested the call and then went back to the official and said, hey, I'm sorry. Shouldn't have done that, my bad. Smothers from the free throw line. This is the LMRE free throw line. Lorain Medina Rural Electric provides highly reliable electric service, superior customer service, and innovative energy solutions. Hit the first, missed the second to the right. I think he's about 50% from the line. Gone 1 for 2 a couple different times. It's a 1-point ball game, 24-23 in favor of Cleveland Heights. Just under 6 minutes left in the first half. Naz Bohannon trying to poke the ball away from Jalen Harris. They're working underneath, and you're going to get an offensive foul called underneath. And that's going to be whistled on Malik Smith, and I got a feeling that some of this is that call might have been from the protest before.
Well,
not that it wasn't a foul.
Yeah, you had Kevin Davis. Kevin Davis took a little bit of a charge and did a little bit of acting and flying. But that's one of the things. Heights is trying to go after Kevin Davis because they've got 4 big guys on the floor, and Kevin Davis has got to guard one of them.
Right.
But credit Kevin Davis for holding his ground there as well.
Andrews works off the screen from Bohannon, sends it outside. Back into the ball game, Shane Smith. Smith, a 6'2" guard. Nice little half hook shot is good.
Love that move. I love that little half hook in the middle of the paint like that. Nice move.
Heights gets back so quickly. They're back on their offensive end. Out top's Mike Pettit. Takes the drive along the left side of the lane. Misses that one. Smothers rips it down. Gets it off to Andrews, who wants to push the court into the lane. Sends it back outside. Davis, 3-ball. Got it.
That's transition offense right there. That's what the Titans do so well. Push it, spot up, hit it.
28-24 now for the Titans. 5 minutes left in the second quarter. Heights back on their offensive end of things. Javon Roberts sends it out to the right side. Drive there into the hoop, into the lane. Foul is going to be whistled. And Jalen Harris is going to go to the line for a couple. They're going to get that one on Kevin Davis. That's going to be his second. I'm wondering if we might see him sit down for a little bit.
Well, that's a real nice take by Harris. Caught it on the right wing, but he brought it with that left hand. You know, so and I was trying to figure out, Don, is he a lefty or a righty? And the way he shoots his free throw, he's not a very good looking free throw.
Right.
You can't
tell.
You can't tell what you dominate. I mean, he's going to shoot it right-handed, but he actually took that ball on the take with his left hand. He looked even better.
Harris has 4 points in the ball game. He'll hit that one. That free throw looked a little better, yeah. And that's going to be a full timeout taken by Cleveland Heights, which means it's break time for us. 4:54 left in the second quarter. The 3-point Lorain lead, 28-25 over Cleveland Heights. We'll step away and be right back on the Cool Cat 1380 and WLCS TV 20.
Inspiring city and campus. Inspiring people. Inspiring creativity. Inspiring hands-on learning. Inspiring global experiences. Inspiring traditions. Be a Buckeye. Inspire.
All right, you know the Celebrating Southie now. You got some salsa in the background during the timeout.
You got some people dancing, and it's just entertaining. I'm just watching. It's like any time out now, it's almost like a circus-type atmosphere.
No doubt about it.
People enjoying themselves, no doubt about that.
It's a good deal. 28-25, Lorain over Cleveland Heights. 4:45 left in the first half. Deshaun Brooks back into the ball game for Lorain High. He got a touch. Coming through is Jaleel Little. He'll spot one up and hit it.
Yeah, good job of running those curls that the Titans love to run. Got open and nailed it.
Jalen Harris, bounce pass goes the other way. Oswald Hannon says, no, not in my house, apparently, Tyreek Smith, but it's going to send Smith to the line. And all Nas does is fire up the crowd again.
But the downside here, I mean, at least it's only his first foul, but Cleveland Heights is just, you got to get back quick. They're coming, man. I mean, they just run the floor.
Tyreek Smith hits the first of two free throws coming his way from the Lorain Medina Rural Electric free throw line. He's providing good service to his team as he hits them both. They go the other way. Andrews very quickly forward. Forced layup down at the other end, but the putback is going to be good underneath that time for Deshaun Brooks. Brooks has 5.
Again, Brooks, you know, hustling. Good things happen when you hustle.
Jalen Harris works his way all the way down to the baseline for Cleveland Heights. Tries to lob it inside. Nice spin move in the lane. Ball poked away that time by Shane Smith, but they're going to whistle him for the foul.
Yeah, and it's just tough. You know, Lorain has got shooters on the floor, but they're giving away size, so credit Cleveland Heights. They're going inside and attacking those shooters defensively.
Shooting the remaining 4 minutes and 8 seconds of this second quarter, both teams with 6 fouls. Malik Smith able to hit that one. I've got him with 8 points in the ball game thus far. So does the big scoreboard at the end of the gym here.
Malik Smith does not look like a sophomore.
No, he doesn't. In any way, shape, or form. He'll hit both of those. He's got 9. He leads Cleveland Heights in scoring coming off the bench. Javier Andrews playing catch out top with Brooks. Finds Bohannon. He'll swing it to the right side. Jaleel Little sends it down to the baseline. They'll kick it back out top. Everybody for Lorain's got a touch. 3-ball launched by Brooks. Blocked way out by Harris. Taken right back by the Titans. Right back into the lane. Oh, boy. Shane Smith a little bit too greedy on that layup. And, boy, the outlet pass for Cleveland Heights. They're going to say went out of bounds off of Cleveland Heights. For a moment, I thought they were saying it was tipped by Lorain. It will be Lorain ball as the ball sailed into the Lorain High bench.
And that's the 11th turnover by Cleveland Heights this half. I mean,
and that one really unforced.
Yeah, and most of them have been.
32-29 in favor of Lorain. Nas Bohannon, top of the key, sends it back. Shane Smith will be Deshaun Brooks clearing and coming across the top of the key and then back and back out. Andrews wanted to take the drive, finds Bohannon, crosses over, shoves it underneath, layup underneath for Smothers.
What a great job penetrating by Bohannon, and as always, unselfish as Smothers for the lay-in.
Little floating jumper in the middle of the lane's a no-go for Javon Roberts. Foul's going to be whistled underneath. Going to head down the other way, I think. And they're going to send Brooks to the line. Foul's going to be whistled. That's going to be on Jalen Harris, and he doesn't understand it. Harris is first.
I'm not quite sure I understand it, to be honest about it, but the Titans going to get a chance to knock down free throws.
Brooks has 5 in the ball game. And we saw him take a 3-ball earlier. Then we saw him work it back inside. Got some updates there, Coach?
Yeah, I got a couple of scores for you real quick.
Hit me.
We had Avon over Olmsted Falls, 31-24 at the half. And Midview over North Ridgeville, 18-17 at the end of the first quarter.
All right. Here at Lorain, it's 35-29, a 6-point lead for the Titans as Deshaun Brooks hits the first, has one more coming his way. On the bonus, missed that one. Rebound comes down to Mike Pettit. He'll hand off, and Javon Roberts will work up court. Davier is going to check him up for Lorain High. Left side ball poked away there very nicely that time by Deshaun Brooks, and the marker went flying off the Titan bench.
Yeah. Good job by Brooks getting there, but I'd like to have seen that top hand down. He'd have had a steal, and he'd have had almost a breakaway layup. But you know, that's what we're talking about. Keep hustling, man. Get that top hand up there.
Javon Roberts with the ball here for Cleveland Heights. Works off to the left side. Jalen Harris outside the arc, pokes high. Pettit past everybody, layup, and he's got another deuce. He's got 8 points in the ball game. A little overplaying that time.
Well, the Titans were a little late getting there to help out on that drive as well.
Titans on their offensive end now with 2:41 left in the first half, up by a 4-spot, 35-31. Andrews, Bohannon now. Bohannon makes contact. He's going to get called for the player control foul.
Yeah.
That'll be his second. Team foul number 7. Not a shooting foul since it was offensive.
Well, Bohannon's tried that move and been successful about 3 times prior to that. And that time the Heights defender looked like he knew exactly where he was going, was able to draw the charge.
Titans will pull up with a little bit more pressure here as Roberts goes to work, gets it across the timeline, sends it off to the right side. Tyreek Smith between his legs a couple times outside the arc to Malik Smith. Wants to go to work into the lane, sends it off. Jalen Harris lobs underneath, fakes the pass left, goes up with the right hand, hook shot, no good. Going to stay with Heights, put back, that one a little bit long. Smothers with the rebound, gets it off to Andrews. He'll go behind his back, right in front of Tyreek Smith. Send it around left side, 3-ball launch to Deshaun Brooks. Yep.
I mean, just playing with so much confidence, Brooks. Shooting with confidence. I mean, really giving the Spartans a nice edge here.
Pass goes high. Pettit wants to go to work against Smothers. Steps down to the block.
Yeah.
Nice work in the lane. He's got 10 now. Andrews hesitates out top. Has the ball poked away from behind. Ball still loose. Going to be picked up by whom? Bohannon down with the ball on the ground. The officials are going to call a jump ball. They were starting to scrap under there. Not scrap in terms of fighting, but both of them getting after it.
Well, you know, just hustling, man. I mean, the ball's the most important thing out there. Take care of it.
Alternate possession, I think, is going to stay with the Titans. So he came into the ball game here. Jamar Ross comes back in for Lorain High School. Shane Smith's going to handle the inbounds play. One of the officials into the ear of one of the Cleveland Heights players. Not sure.
Yeah, they're trying to wipe up here, but you have 2 players on the floor right in the key. They're trying to make sure that gets wiped up so don't anybody slipping.
Well, even when there's nothing happening in the game, there's still a buzz.
Oh, yeah. And you know,
And I want to remind everybody, if you're watching on WLCS at halftime, stick around. We're about 1:37 ticks off the clock from that. They're going to go ahead and honor the Southview athletes that played on this court, as well as Coach Larry Stark. WLCS will have that for you. We may pick up some of it on the radio side. Back to the action right now. Andrews gets the ball near midcourt, goes between his legs, tried to create some space. Brooks, another 3-ball. That one may have been touched. Ball tipped around. Foul's going to be whistled on Davier Andrews, I'm pretty sure, getting a little too aggressive on the rebound. Will walk down to the other end.
Well, Brooks was just a little about maybe a step outside of his range and on that shot. And they got Andrews for going over the back. And yeah, you know what? These guys are talking to each other a little bit like they know each other.
1:28 left in the half. All right, Nas Bohannon's coming back in. Kevin Davis is coming back in. 1-1 for Tyreek Smith as soon as the officials get him the ball here. It's a 5-point lead for Lorain High, 38-33. Coming up at the half here on the radio side of things, North Coast Gastroenterology will bring you a halftime show. I have your first half stats. First free throw, a no-go. Smothers rebound, gets it off to Bohannon. We'll head down the other way, and Cleveland Heights was acting as though that was a two-shot opportunity. Really, no one went up after
it. Well, now we got the Titans. They're just going to spread the floor here. Up 5, and see Cleveland Heights come out and get them a little bit.
And they will, at least a little bit. Andrews brings the defense out on him. That's almost a gift to him. If he gets a step by you, forget about it.
Awful quick. He's very athletic.
Bohannon works to the top of the key, sends it right side to Smothers. They'll kick it back out top, down to 52 on the game clock now. Kevin Davis got almost a little too aggressive with that step.
Well, you know, Coach Rossetano's told us you got to be able to play different styles, and that's what Lorain is showing right now. They can run, obviously, or execute out of a half-court set. And, you know, if they can run this down, Don, for this whole last minute or so and get the last shot, I mean, that's exactly the way they want to execute here.
Clock down to 27, 26, 25. My only fear right now for Nas Bohannon is he's so close to that corner. That defense jumps out at him. He's in all kinds of trouble. Goes behind his back to avoid some pressure. Finds Andrews now with 17-16. Cleveland Heights is going to extend the defense a little bit more. Bohannon's going to offer a screen for Andrews. Will take advantage of it. Bohannon into the lane. Drops it underneath. Smothers. Goes up. Gets no foul. More talking between the players. No doubt about that. Going the other way. There's a layup. And 2 more for Tyreek Smith. And the first half will come to a close. Lorain High is going to be up 38-35 over the Cleveland Heights side. It's a celebration about to take place on the court here at Lorain High School. We'll step away and be right back on the Cool Cat 1380 and WLCS TV 20.
There are those who dedicate themselves to a sense of honor, to a life of courage, and a commitment to something greater than themselves. They have always defended this nation and each other. They still do. The few, the proud, the Marines.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, at this time we are going to go through and introduce some of the all-time Southview Saints, starting with the 1970s, Charlie McNeely, Greg Pounders, who holds the Southview single game record for rebounds in the game at 28, Andy Bendick, Jerry Zaleski, Deborah Senich, who holds the Southview single game record for rebounds in a game. Robert Speckart, Manzi Williams, who holds the school record for career rebounds at 859. George Senich, who is a member of the 1976 district championship team. Diana Bieber, who holds the Southview single game record for free throws made in a game at 17 and most consecutive free throws made at 14. Julie Garcia. Rich Strong. Joe Kuzak. Now to the 1980s, Bonnie Hall. Tony Seja. Rick Doan. And now members of the 1981 regional finalist team, and I believe all of them are in attendance tonight. Howard Senich. Nathan Dino Johnson. Casey Swensky. Barry Lamar. Fred Wilhelm. Gilbert Ortiz. Josue Plaza. John Bastock. Ralph Barrios. Jeff Perkins. Rick Critch. And Hondo Rodriguez. Again, the 1981 regional finalist team. Next moving in the 80s, Jesse Bromley. Glenda Thomas. Up in the booth, Don Nickerson. Curtis Stanford. Joe Lou Cheney. Al Maldonado. Todd Endre. Scott Effington. Eric Binky Poo. Teresa Flores, who holds the Southview single game record for field goals in a game at 16 and points in a game with 39. Brian Kaczynski. Daryl Wilson. Frank Torres. Risto Prebetic. Nandi Cruz, who holds the single Southview record for points scored at 609, assist at 179, scoring average at 28 points per game, field goals made at 261, as well as the career leader in points scored at 1,309, assists 443, and steals at 233. Billy Vizalden. Brandon Brumley. Rochelle Gillespie. Larry Rydell. Moving into the 90s, Jim Rydell. Mike Darmus, who holds the Southview single game record for most field goals made in a game at 22 and most points in a game, 46, and is a member of the 91 district championship team. Jose Cruz. Louis Caldera. Holly Pounders. Heather Leonard. Tyree Bryant, who ranks second in Southview history in career points at 1,175. John Ramsey. Alex Gorgetsky. Freddie Stafford. Miriam Ingle. Stacy Starr. Carmen Atkinson. Cameron Brown. Chad Wargo. Charmaine Williams. Jonathan Guerreri. Devin Moon. Entering the 2000s, Justin Scott. Scott Ramokulis, who holds the Southview record for three-point field goals in a season at 72, career at 152, and he holds the record for most points scored in a quarter at 19, and most shots made just inside half court. Alicia Nieves. Sean Nixon. Marquel Miller. Alan Quattlebaum. Tiffany Quattlebaum. LaShonda Hughes. Josh Bieber. Former head boys coach Al McConaughey. Former assistant boys coach Brad Frank. Former head girls coach Bob Karras. Former head coach Mark Feldman, head coach of the 2003 district championship team. Former equipment manager Mike D'Angelo. And special guest, Coach Stark's wife, Val Stark. At this time, we would like to have a special plaque presentation to Mrs. Stark in honor of her late husband, Coach Larry Stark. This plaque will be hung permanently at the new Lorain High School, which will open in the fall of 2016. Ladies and gentlemen, Coach Stark served as a Saints tennis coach his entire tenure from 1969 to 2000, compiling 13 conference championships and over 300 wins, and was selected Conference Coach of the Year 13 times. In his 26 years as the head varsity basketball coach, he was Conference Coach and Lorain County Division I Coach of the Year 6 times. He was so very proud of Southview High School, winning several sectional and district championships, but even more proud that they reached the state regional basketball finals 3 times in 1976, 1981, and 1991. He was dedicated and loyal to the families of South Lorain for over 35 years. So many of his former players and students not only remember him as a great teacher and coach, but as the mentor, dear friend, and father figure. He will always be remembered as a man of integrity who inspired so many. Ladies and gentlemen, Val Stark in honor of head coach Larry Stark, a all-time Southview Saint.
For too many parents, a baby's first steps aren't just a milestone, they're a miracle. A miracle made possible by volunteers like you, who walk and raise money in March for Babies. Sign up today to take the steps that help make milestones and even miracles possible. Who will you march for?
We're about a minute away from third quarter action. I guess I'm going to go back to my point, and I think you had a little bit of a different opinion. I'm still of a mind that if you get a team that's going to get out there and run off 3 or 4 straight baskets to grab some momentum in this one, it's going to make a huge difference.
Oh, I agree.
Okay.
And, I mean,
okay.
my concern is this for Lorain. Cleveland Heights turned the ball over a lot. What happens if they don't turn over? That was 11 possessions that they did not get a shot off. Well, if they cut that in half, you know, that's problems. So if you're Lorain, you've got to keep pressuring them enough to make them turn it over. But I agree, this has been such a tight game that if you can push it out, especially Lorain. If Lorain, I think, can push this thing out, I look for them to run that spread a little bit and then really control the tempo and get a great shot each time. It'd be interesting. I mean, these are two really good basketball teams playing tonight.
One ball game.
You can't overstate that enough.
Interesting here for Cleveland Heights. Malik Smith, who did not start the ball game, will be starting here in this third quarter. It's going to be Heights ball off the alternate possession to start things off.
Good point, and I like that. I mean, you don't just say, hey, the starters go back out there. Well, who did what? I mean, Smith deserves to be out there. They got him out there.
Javon Roberts works toward the baseline, flips it off. That's going to be Tyreek Smith. Wanted to go underneath to Mike Pettit. He'll go ahead and work against Smothers. Reverse layup, high off the glass, rolls it in.
Yeah, did a great job of getting to the opposite side of the rim and using that to protect himself from Smothers and finishing.
Well, Smothers and Pettit may be the sub-story of this game.
They're going after each other, that's for sure.
Kind of fun. To the right side it'll go. Kevin Davis with the ball, sends it outside. Andrews clearing out top. Jamar Ross from about 16. That's going to be a no-go. Rebound to Mike Pettit. Quickly down court. That'll be Tyreek Smith into the lane. Layup and two.
I mean, again, it's right down the middle. You can't allow it if you're Lorain.
They're going to get bumped going into the lane. Missed on the shot. Rebound's going to come loose. Long outlet pass. That's going to be Jalen Harris. Look out. Layup. Two more. Surprised we're not seeing a timeout. There's a whistle. And it'll be a 30-second timeout coming off the Lorain High bench. And this is that run that I was talking about.
I was just going to say, partner, you've been spot on. I mean, you're playing the lottery tomorrow, and you're going to tell me what numbers you're playing ahead of time, I hope. But, no, you called it. I mean, Cleveland Heights comes right out here. They get a couple stops, 6 points right off the shoot, turn a three-point deficit into a three-point lead.
And I guess if you're a Lorain High fan, what's worse is they were 6 uncontested points, basically.
Yeah, they're leaking out a little bit now, and you've got to be cognizant of that. You know, somebody's got to be back all the time. And do you rotate back when you're so-called point guard or the guy that gets back? Well, what if that guy penetrates? That happened last time. Davis got into the paint. Heights got the rebound. There was nobody from Lorain that covered for Davis, who's usually back. That was an easy layup they gave up.
We'll get back at it coming off the 30-second timeout. 41-38, Cleveland Heights over Lorain. Just a minute into this third quarter. Clearing across the top as Kevin Davis sends it outside. 3 ball. That one's going to come up short. Rebound's going to be recovered by Kevin Davis. Gets it back out top. Nas Bohannon on the right wing. Wants to go to work. Went between his legs a couple times. Andrews spots the 3 ball. That one off the back of the rim. Rebound. Tipped around. Smothers is going to recollect it. Goes up off the glass hard and puts it in.
A big finish by Smothers because the Titans have gone cold here to start this third quarter from the outside.
Oh boy.
Wow.
I've not seen that before. Quick pass underneath goes to Jalen Harris. He goes up to lay it in and jams it into the rim.
He had an uncontested layup. He's 6'5".
Yeah.
And
how's that happen?
And he stuck it between the backboard and the rim on the right side. He really needs to think Ohio State football.
Okay. Into the lane goes Cosmo in, and he'll flip one up with the hook and put it in for his 6th point of the ball game. Go the other way. Pettit swings it down court. That'll be Malik Smith. 3 ball, rolls it across the front of the rim, and the putback that time is good for Jalen Harris. He's got 9.
Yeah, so
backside tip.
That time he's contested and he makes it. Go figure.
You know, that's a football mentality. Bohannon sends it outside. Andrews kicks it back out top. It'll be Kevin Davis on the wing. Bohannon doing some work inside, kicks it out. Smothers, 15-footer left baseline is all good.
I'm going to tell you, Smothers coming up big for the Titans tonight. I mean, that was not an easy shot.
He's in double digits now, and it's 44-43 in favor of the Titans. Foul's going to be whistled on Lorain High. Rossitano's going to question it, but it's going to be called on Smothers. That'll be his first team first in the half.
Yeah, they're trying to hit Pettit at the foul line, and Smothers was going to try to come right off the side, get that steal, and he was going to throw one down big time, but he got too much body.
Boy, just not paying attention. Jalen Harris threw the ball at Mike Pettit. First off, Harris has to make sure that Pettit's looking, and number 2, Pettit should always be looking.
Well, that was strange. I mean, you're exactly right.
Bounced off his shoulder and out of bounds. That's an easy one for the Titans. Bohannon out top. Spins it between his legs a couple times. Goes Andrews on the right wing. They'll swing it around the top. Get it off to Kevin Davis. He'll take it inside. Lay it up and in. He's got 5.
What a great finish by Davis going into the tall timber and finding a way to finish that.
Pettit working up court. It's going to get fouled out top. I believe that's going to be on Davis. It is. That's going to be his 3rd. Now that is going to be an issue for the Titans.
Yeah, I mean, 3 fouls. 5:13 left in the third quarter. It's decision time for the Lorain bench and what they're going to do with Kevin Davis, especially since they're posting him up right now with Smith, who's about a foot taller.
Smith just kind of pushing on him and moving miles away. Ball out top. Javon Roberts. Gonna get it off to Pettit. Pettit wants to go to work. He's got Davis right in front of him. They'll send it out. 3-ball launch. Back of the rim. Hits the strapping up above and out of bounds. We'll head the other way.
I like what Lorain did. It's one way to get a big guy off the block is have him float up to the three-point line and then don't go guard him. And Smith took that shot, and I think Lorain will say, you can shoot from out. The guy's about 6'8". You want to shoot threes? Go ahead, shoot threes.
Surprised that Davis is still in the game with those 3 fouls. He's got to bring the ball up court.
Well, he's going to get a sub right now, so if he's coming for him.
Shane Smith's going to come in for him. Bohannon finds Andrews. Clears across the top. Davis sends it right back to him. Andrews thought about the 3-ball. Had a decent look at it. Find Ross back out top. Nas Bohannon for 15. Short arms it, puts it in. He's got 8.
Tell you what, between the legs, pull up. Nice finish.
48-43. Lorain High seems to have withstood that quick run here in the third quarter. There's a take by Jalen Harris into the lane, and boy, forces contact and puts it in. He's got 11.
I guess Jalen Harris can go ahead and keep playing basketball.
Okay. Just so you're good with it, Coach. That's Bohannon at the top. Goes between his legs, sends it out. Davier Andrews, 3-ball, got it.
I mean, it's great basketball. Get a little penetration, find your shooter spotting up.
Heights being a little bit cavalier with the ball. A couple of lazy passes, but it worked out for him. Roberts into the lane, rolls it across the rim, up and in. He's got 8 now, or 7 now, rather. I'm sorry.
These teams are so good offensively, Don. There's times I just get caught up watching them. It's just fun watching them play.
Ross gets it off to Nas Bohannon. He's going to get fouled. That's a tough call. Harris is going to get whistled for it. He got the shot block. Apparently the officials saw him get a little bit more than the ball.
Yeah, they're saying he came across his wrist, but
Bohannon's going to go to the free throw line. Brought to you all season long by Lorain Medina Rural Electric, providing highly reliable electric service, superior customer service, and innovative energy solutions. First one to Bohannon is a no-go.
Free throws just have not been kind tonight for the Titans. They're now 2 out of 7 from the line.
Bohannon and Ross sit down. Davis is still out there. Shane Smith comes into the ball game. So does Deshaun Brooks. Second free throw is good for Nas. That'll be 9 for him. Long pass going down court.
Can't happen.
Malik Smith gets the deuce. He's got 11.
Off a free throw? That was way too easy for Cleveland Heights.
Now that's the stuff that'll give a coach a nightmare. Crossing over outside, Davis goes into the lane, tries to finish, has the ball taken away by Tyreek Smith off the rebound. It's out quickly. Javon Roberts, quick pass going down court. Malik Smith, couple dribbles away. He doesn't look real comfortable outside. Mike Pettit forcing people all over the place. He had both hands in Shane Smith's back, moving him out of the way. No whistle there. Outside the arc, right side, Jalen Harris goes all the way across the top. Malik Smith had a tough time getting the ball taken away. Deshaun Brooks gets it out to Bohannon. Bohannon! Bohannon with 11 and with emphasis.
That should have been maybe 2.5 points.
No doubt. Mike Pettit wants to make up the difference at the other end. Lays it up and in.
That's the thing. Just come right back here and negate it.
54-51 now in favor of the Titans. 2:35 left. Davis out top. They'll send it to Davier Andrews. 3-ball left baseline. It's good.
Great ball movement. Great ball movement by the Titans. Make the extra pass, and Andrews makes him pay.
Javon Roberts works left side, hesitates, floats up one from about 8 and gets it. I hate that shot, but both you can hit it. It's good. 30-second timeout comes off the Cleveland Heights bench. That'll be their first 30-second timeout. 57-53 in favor of Lorain High. 2:15 left in the third quarter. I guess if I'm Jeremy Holmes, I'm not too upset right now.
No, I mean, your team is, like I say, they are battling, and every time it seems like Lorain's trying to put some distance between themselves and Cleveland Heights comes back, and I can't see it being anything different than this way the rest of the
way through. I agree. It's fun basketball to watch.
Oh, it's a well-played game. I mean, you don't have a lot of whistles,
right?
And there shouldn't be. There's a good flow to this game. It is fun to watch.
57-53, Lorain over Cleveland Heights, and Steve Cawthon down there is just having fun with the music. He told me he was gonna, and he's certainly putting on a show down there as well. Bohannon into the lane, sends it out. Shane Smith, bounce pass to the left baseline. Sean can't quite hit the shot. Tip, no. Foul's going to be underneath. And they're going to say Lorain High ball underneath. That was a tip. I'm not quite sure.
Well, Shane Smith, nice job on the backside, going up and getting that tip and actually getting fouled in the process by Cleveland Heights.
That's what I thought. I'll give it to him, ball underneath. Bohannon gets it out. Smith kicks it out top. Andrews sends it to Deshaun Brooks, left side. Back out top now for the Titans facing that man-to-man defense. Left baseline, Deshaun Brooks, pump fake, goes to the rack, lays it up. No, tip, that one's going to be good. Deshaun Brooks got his own tip. He's got 11 off the bench.
Great ball fake to start it and then to finish.
Going the other way, Harris can't get to fly.
Oh, man,
Dyer Andrews, Bohannon just spots him right back and gives him credit for the work. He's got 17 now. Andrews, there's a takeaway, no foul. Nas is going to go over and get the Lorain crowd up on their feet and clapping.
You know, just a tremendous job by Bohannon. They find him. It's a 2-on-1, but that ball barely touched his hand, and immediately just one hand whipped it to Andrews, running the other wing area for the layup. I mean, that was pretty.
Shane Smith whistle for the Lorain foul. That'll be his second, team foul number 3 on Lorain. 1:21 left in this third quarter. 61-53 in favor of Lorain High.
Titans going 2-3 zone here, Don. They're going to try to force that outside shot.
Jalen Harris, well outside the arc, left side, kicks it back out top. Javon Roberts, 25-footer straight on. Boy, almost the follow there for Tyreek Smith, but the rebound comes down to Bohannon. Heading down court, he has it knocked out of his hands by Tyreek Smith.
Yeah, they got what they wanted there with that zone look. So now it's this 8-point lead. If you're Coach Rossitano, do you spread it? Your team's kind of feeling it offensively, so maybe you just keep attacking and see what he does.
End of the first quarter, end of the second quarter. They worked for the last one. We'll see what they do here. Bohannon says, nah, I'll just go to the rack. Lays it up in, looking for a little bit of help. Rebound comes down to Mike Pettit for Cleveland Heights. Weak pass, finds Roberts. Roberts in all kinds of trouble, gets wrapped up and fouled for no good reason by Deshaun Brooks.
Yeah, that was just a reach foul about 65 feet from the basket.
You know, the reason you commit those fouls is, number one, you're out of position. Number two, you're tired.
A little bit, you know, and I mean, but it is going to give them a chance to set this 2-3 again now.
Whistles toot, and I'm not quite sure what the issue is. It might be a clock issue. Not quite sure. They're looking up at the 1 clock at the end of the. Official goes to both coaches and says, yeah, I think it's right. 43.2 seconds left. 61-53 in favor of Lorain High. Might be the biggest lead of the ball game, Coach.
Yeah, I think you're right here. So, you know, Titans going to this 2-3, and I like the move. Get your hands up, cover some ground, and give up that outside shot. More importantly, though, you got to get a body on somebody if that shot's up. Big guys all over the place at Cleveland Heights.
Roberts out top, flips it off to the left side. Tyreek Smith. Roberts going to get it back, puts the ball on his hip with 30 seconds left in the third quarter. To the right side, it's Jalen Harris. Harris just looks at the zone defense and says nothing. They're trying to get somebody to come underneath on a back cut here.
Almost looks like they're holding. They don't look very comfortable against it.
Left side, Malik Smith. This is from short distance. Rebound, put back is good for Mike Pettit. He's got 16 in the ball game.
Very good initial defense by the Titans. They didn't
Bohannon at midcourt. Bounce pass to Andrews, and what? We're going to say he was on the sideline and out of bounds. He's going to get a look at it with 2 seconds left, but they're saying no. Now the Titans got to be sure they don't give up a last-second shot here. They'll roll the ball out. Roberts will pick it up at the free throw line. Launches one, shy of midcourt. Bounces it in and got it. Roberts from long distance three-point range puts 12 up on the board and makes it a 3-point difference going into the final 8 minutes of this ball game. 61-58, Lorain over Cleveland Heights. Will step away and be right back.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Yeah, it's for a nicer day, huh?
Oh, it's beautiful.
Gonna get some big ones. Anybody want to wear a life jacket?
I'm good.
No life jacket? That's a deal breaker.
Daddy, you promised.
Daniel Stevens.
Give me one of those life jackets.
This message brought to you by the National Safe Boating Council and the women who nag you. Love you.
You may have officially gone too far with the 80s music.
Well, it's become a staple all over the place, I guess. But get a quick end of 3, Midview over North Ridgeville, 49-36.
Wow. 61-58 is where we are.
What we talked about off the air, though, Don.
Yeah.
I mean, Lorain did not execute. Cleveland Heights gets 2 possessions at the end of the quarter when Lorain didn't want to give them the ball. And the mistake made on that last second shot let him come right down the middle. I mean,
Right.
They can go one direction or the other direction. Yeah, he hit a half-court shot. You can say it's lucky, but still he was able to get right to the circle and let that thing go.
Well, you can line it up.
And now they get the ball back, starts fourth quarter, Cleveland Heights.
Tyreek Smith with the ball out top on the left side, facing that zone still by Lorain High. They'll swing it down to the right baseline. Malik Smith sends it back out top to Roberts, who's going to run the offense. Now the Titans are going to extend just a little bit. Jamar Ross is going to hawk him out there to beat him into the lane. Floats one up from about 5 feet. Roberts has it. He's got 14 in the ball game. It's down to a 1-point difference, 61-60 in favor of Lorain.
Yeah, real nice job of dribble penetration there by Roberts. And that shouldn't happen against the zone.
Amir Andrews gets it out top. Bohannon on the right side. Faked the drive and pulled it back. Davis working inside. Finds Andrews. Andrews going to be checked out there by Tyreek Smith. Get it back out top. Ross now to the right side of Bohannon. Bohannon into the lane. Sends it all the way across. Davis outside the arc. Left baseline. Not going to be there for him. The Lorain Titans are going to reset.
Well, it's good job by the Titans, not forcing anything. You know, run your offense. Still got a 1-point lead here. Need a good look.
Titans have backed it out, standing near midcourt. Cleveland Heights is going to sit in the zone.
Well,
and are we going to spend 6-7 minutes like this?
They're man-to-man, Cleveland Heights, but they're staying inside the three-point line.
You're going to get a little bit of a switch out top. They're going to bring the guard Roberts out on the guard for Lorain. So Lorain's just going to switch and bring the big guy out on Andrews. Now, give him a step and see what happens.
Right, now we got, you know, we're going to have Bohannon and Andrews and Davis up top. Smothers.
Lions commit.
Ross on the baseline.
Ross gets it back out top to Davis. He's going to back away from pressure applied by Javon Roberts. Works to the top of the key, into the lane, floats one up, drops it off. Oh boy, Smothers on the alley-oop, was fouled underneath by Mike Pettit. He doesn't like the call at all, but boy, he took him out from underneath.
Wow.
That was his first team foul, number 3. That's going to send Smothers to the Lorain Medina Rural Electric free throw line. LMRE provides highly reliable electric service, superior customer service, and innovative energy solutions. And goes back to that discussion we had in the first half. I'm not going to let you dunk on it.
Well, you do, but, you know, and Pettit kind of not agreeing with the call. But he was stationary, you know. I mean, he wasn't moving as Smothers was going in on his move. I mean, the foul is on him. It was the right call, is what I'm trying to say here. You gotta move a little bit as a defender.
Smothers misses the first, makes the second. He's got 11 in the ball game. He's the 4th Titan in double figures in this ball game. 1-point lead now, 62-61. Pettit gets it in the middle of the lane. They'll drop it off to the left side. Shot missed there by Tyreek Smith. Titans will come down with it. Davis gets it forward to Bohannon. Bohannon creates a shot. No, they're going to call an offensive foul. They'll wipe off the shot. The Lorain fans not going to appreciate that one. Bohannon with his 3rd foul.
Well, that was one of those 50-50 calls, Don. And the one thing I will give the Heights defender credit for, he was out in front of that rim. He wasn't under the basket.
Yeah,
but
that's a tough one.
What makes it even worse is that Bohannon made the shot. So you wiped out a possible 3-point play with the call.
And I will admit that I may be being a homer here, but that was a tough call.
95% of this gym agrees with you.
Underneath it'll go. They'll lob it off. Pettit forces one up, and he's going to create contact with Bohannon, and Bohannon's going to get whistled for it and walks away, son. Really?
Well,
that'll be his 4th.
I mean, for as much contact was on the last foul on Bohannon, okay, and they got a tough job. He's a fifth.
Yeah,
to me,
it's a tough game.
That's a no call.
Yeah,
that's a no call there.
Pettit at the free throw line. Tied at 62. Gets it to go down. He's got 19 in the ball game and a full timeout. Comes off the benches, means we take a break as well with Cleveland Heights up 63-62 over Lorain. We'll take a break and be right back on the Cool Cat 1380 and WLCS TV 20.
In an instant, life can change. Hi, I'm veteran J.R. Martinez. If you've been hurt or disabled due to your service, the last thing you need to do is hurry up and wait for a VA claims decision. Make sure you file an electronic, fully developed claim or e-claim for disability compensation on e-benefits. It's the fastest and easiest way to get a claims decision. Learn more at ebenefits.va.gov. E-claims and e-benefits, online VA claims made simple.
63-62, Cleveland Heights over Lorain High School. Nazmo Hannon's going to stay on the court. The bigger part of that picture is he's got 4 fouls with 5.5 minutes left in the ball game. He's going to handle the inbounds pass after getting some clarification from the officials. What's the wow there, Coach?
Well, we got a final, and Homestead Falls knocks off Avon.
Are you kidding me?
56-49.
Oh, my.
That deprives Avon of a share of the SWC.
Oh, boy. Well, that's frustrating. Tamar Ross out top, sends it off to Davis left side. Andrews at the top of the key, gets it off. Ross, a little bit of weave action here for the Titans.
Trying to get back into their offense here and trying to get a little basket cut, something to happen.
15-footers and no-go that time for Bohannon. Ball kicked out of bounds by Cleveland Heights. Will stay with the Titans. Well, that one just came flying out of there into some of the security personnel at the ball game.
Yeah, a little bit of a force there. I'd like to see him, find Andrews, maybe find a shooter off of some penetration.
Sean Brooks comes into the ball game for the Titans. Andrews out top, tries to go to work, sends it outside. Davis hesitates, sends it back out top to Andrews, wants the baseline drive, floats one up from about 8, gets his own rebound, tip, no. Smothers with the tip, still no. Rebound loose on the floor. Head it down there, ball still loose. And the Titans calling for a travel. The officials are going to say jump ball. And one of the Cleveland Heights players was calling for a timeout. The officials didn't give it to him.
We had a volleyball match going on there for a while on the board, and the Titans going to get a chance to run inbounds under.
Yeah, alternate possession is going to go right back to the Titans here. 4:45 left in the ball game. 63-62. The Tigers over the Titans are coming up off the bench. Jaleel Little, 5'10", junior guard.
Interesting, Don, that the emotion in this gym has gone from being like festive and everything to got awful tense here all of a sudden.
It got serious.
Right now it's very serious. Titans down 1 with 4:45 left.
Cleaned up some sweat on the court, did the officials. Now it'll be Titans ball. Devin Davis to trigger here for Lorain High. Andrews will come off a double screen, finds a double team. Everybody leaves them all alone. 3 ball, no. Bounces over top of the backboard and out of bounds.
Man, that was a mistake by Cleveland Heights, and they got away with it. Leaving Andrews, but he could not get it to fall.
Well, the double team, both guys vacated.
Yeah.
Just weird.
Somebody got to stay on the ball.
Mike Pettit inbounds, gets it off to Javon Roberts.
Titans going 1-2-2 here, 3/4 court.
There's the trap right near midcourt.
Back.
And they're going to call a block out top on Jaleel Little. And I'm waiting for Rossitano to get a little upset. That's going to be the 7th foul on the Titans. And it's going to send the Cleveland Heights Tigers to the LMRE free throw line for the remainder of the night.
I guess in the official's opinion, the reason why he stepped on that half-court line was he got bumped.
Yeah. There's been a lot of calls in this game. You could justify going either way, and that's not an excuse. It's not sour grapes. It's just the reality. Fast break opportunity off the missed free throw. Andrews spots from 17 and hit it.
Yeah, I mean he's just been clutch all night long, all year long, career long.
19 points for Andrews. Timeout comes off the Titan bench. We'll take one as well. 4:31 left. It's a 1-point Titan lead, 64-63. We'll be right back on the Cool Cat, 1380 and WLCS TV 20.
Can I go to the sleepover?
Lucy, I want you to promise me something. If there's any drinking, I want you to say, no thanks, not my thing.
Mom.
I promise you, your real friends won't care. Deal?
I promise, Mom.
They really do hear you.
Did you pack your toothbrush?
For tips on how to start the talk, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov. A public service message from the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration.
4:31 left in this one. Timeout by the Titans with a 1-point lead, 64-63. I don't know. What do you expect here, Coach?
Everything we've seen so far, it's going to hold true. Nobody's going away. It's going to be a battle right to the end. Titans back to man-to-man.
It's been a fun one through 3.5 quarters. 4:19 on the court, and whistles to the 5-second call out top, and they're going to call a foul underneath. But the official out top says no, mine first. There's a turnover for Cleveland Heights.
Well, they're going to get him for a grab, Lorain, for a hold, but the 5 seconds came beforehand.
Evan Davis with the ball, beats his man down court, and that's going to be a hold on Javon Roberts. He's saying he was held.
Well, the only way he could be held is because he's too close to the ball handler. So that had to be a foul on Roberts.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody ask for that foul before. just saying. Give him credit for originality.
I'm going to tell you what, these last 4:07 here with this running clock is going to be pretty intense.
Davis with the ball, finds Bohannon and gets it right back on the right wing, backs off, tries to extend this, or have Cleveland Heights extend the defense. To the left side, now down to the baseline. Deshaun Brooks, a couple dribbles into the lane, floats one up from about 8 feet, no. Rebound comes down to Pettit. I'm not sure that's the shot that Coach Rossitano wanted.
That was one of those floaters that you don't like.
Yeah, pass goes down underneath Malik Smith. Foul's going to be whistled underneath, and now the coaching staff from Cleveland Heights not happy. Foul whistled on Pettit. That'll be his third, team foul number 5.
Well, the outside official called it, and from back here it looked like over the back. So I understand why he called it, but what Heights is complaining about is there wasn't any contact, and it's not automatically over the back just because you're coming from behind.
Right. Davis out top, finds Bohannon to the right side. Bohannon wants Mike Pettit to come out and check it.
Yeah, Titans going to go to the spread look again here with 5 guys outside the three-point line. Bohannon running the show right now.
Crosses over a couple times, sends it outside. Davis gets Andrews out of the way and gets right back up into that right corner, that extreme right corner near midcourt.
Well, this is tough to execute, Don, just because you still got 3 minutes, 4 seconds left.
Bohannon's going to take it to the rack, go up the shot, have his shot sent packing. Mike Pettit posturing a little bit after the block.
Mike Pettit always lets you know that he's around there.
Yeah.
With his play and with his jaw.
Oh, pass from Andrews underneath. Bohannon thought he was going to shoot it, which is what he's saying. Andrews said, look, I thought you were open, buddy. We always take the extra pass.
Yeah, but that was one that, the pass was coming from in the paint, and Davier just needed to go up and shoot it. Bohannon had great position in case he missed it.
Roberts gets the inbounds pass here for Cleveland Heights. Beats Davis up court and then turns around and tries to reset the offense. Man-to-man defense now, and boy, all kind of hooked up. And boy, I tell you what, Jalen Harris got the call he was looking for and then started pushing and shoving. The Cleveland Heights fans up on their feet. The Lorain High fans not real excited about that. Foul's going to be whistled on the Titans.
Yeah, well, they're going to get Jalil Little. Jalil Little's 5'10". Jalen Harris is 6'5". Jalen Harris is posting him up. Jalil Little was holding him, and he got the call like you're saying. And afterward, I'm surprised, Don, because you can get yourself loose from the hold, and you can also do it in a way that if he'd have connected on that, that was kind of nasty.
First free throw, Jalen Harris hits it and then holds his finger up to his mouth to quiet the Lorain crowd. I don't think that's going to work. It's certainly not going to endear him to anybody. There's the second one. He's got 12 in the ball game. That one's good as well, and they'll tell him to be quiet again. He's got 13, 65-64 in favor of Cleveland Heights. Davis out top, hesitates, takes the drive, drops it off. Bohannon, layup, got it, and one right in front of Mike Pettit. And that's going to bring a reaction from the Lorain crowd.
Great job by Davis with that penetration. Ty Smith of Cleveland Heights was basically going on a box-and-one mentality with Davier Andrews. Titans took advantage of that with Davis's drive and Bohannon's finish.
66-65 in favor of Lorain. Bohannon at the LMRE free throw line puts it up and in. 14 points for him. Dottier Andrews has 19. Brooks with 11. Smothers with 11. Cleveland Heights with the ball on their offensive end, down by a deuce with 2.5 minutes left here. Roberts working the top. Gets it off. Tyreek Smith. Checked by Andrews. Tries to work inside. They're going to call a foul underneath. That's going to be another one on Jaleel Little.
Well, again, the problem for Little, he's given away about 7 inches, and he gets caught behind Harris, and now they're talking to Harris a little bit.
And Harris again started posturing after the foul. He's a big kid. I mean, you flex your muscle. He's going to miss the free throw. Bohannon's going to wipe the glass clean. Titans are going to stay up by a deuce with just over 2 minutes left.
And Titans going to go to their spread here.
Davis with the ball in the corner, just past midcourt on the right side. Takes the drive into the lane, lays it up and in!
Good job by Davis. That time he penetrated. Cleveland Heights almost backed off from Don, thinking he was going to pass to somebody. Took it all the way to the rack.
Full timeout on the court means we take a break as well with 2:04 left, 69-65 in favor of Lorain High. We'll be right back on the Cool Cat 1380 and WLCS TV 20.
The Warriors to Work program makes it possible for wounded warriors and their families to build new lives together.
When my dad left, I was like this big, but now I'm like this big. My dad got a master's degree in human resources.
Thanks to Warriors to Work that my dad has a terrific job.
The Wounded Warrior Project helps him by, giving him another start.
Now that my dad's home, I get a lot more hugs.
I'm really proud of him.
Find out more about Wounded Warrior Project at findwwp.org. Welcome home the brave.
Well, Lorain High's moved back up into the disco era yet again. Right now, 69-65 in favor of Lorain High. The timeout taken by the Titans. Both teams with a full and a 30 left in the ball game. 124 ticks of the clock left.
One point I'd like to make, and I don't want to jinx him, but about the last 3 minutes now, Bohannon's been able to play with those 4 fouls.
Yeah.
Has been very active.
Smothers back into the ball game. He's going to check up Mike Pettit on the drive as Jalen Harris goes to the rack and got one.
Well, and it's like Heights knew it. Harris went right at Bohannon on the drive. Bohannon basically got out of the way, saying, I can't afford to think about fouling him. And Smothers was too late coming to the bucket. And now we got, doesn't going to matter here since he made the basket, but double bonus for Cleveland Heights for the rest of the game.
Smothers is going to come out of the ball game. Jaleel Little comes back in. That's an offensive-defensive switch, I think. Jalen Harris hits the free throw. He's got 16 in the ball game.
Yeah, Lorain going to go with 5 ball handlers, and you got to be thinking 5 good free throw shooters because the next foul on Heights gives them a bonus.
69-68.
Tight to Andrews, real tight to Andrews, denying him all over, everybody else in basic man-to-man.
Little gets it off to Kevin Davis. Davis being D'd up there by Roberts, works to the top of the key, then hands off to Andrews. Andrews free, sends it left side, down to the baseline. Bohannon, layup, no, a little bit too tough. Rebound Malik Smith, gets it off. We're going to head the other way. Cleveland Heights with an opportunity to take the lead here with 1:22 left in the ball game. Tyreek Smith, timeout, comes off the Cleveland Heights bench, and it will be a full timeout. We'll go ahead and take the break as well. Titans up by a point, 69-68 on the Cool Cat 1380 and WLCS TV 20.
I started mentoring my mentee Dontre 4 years ago. I always thought about doing it. It always seemed like a good idea.
We were both nervous when we first met, but everything kind of fell into place.
Mentoring is important, and anyone that's pretty fortunate in life to have a little bit of time to pass on that knowledge.
Etienne's a very close friend. I look at him as a brother and a father figure. He taught me just focus on the big picture because I would like to give back just like Etienne gave back to me. Be someone who matters to someone who matters.
69-68, Lorain High over Cleveland Heights in an LEL matchup. Huge conference implications here. 1:19 left on the clock. In these games this year, Lorain's been very successful in close games. Heights has struggled in close games.
Heights going to try to run a set here to I think they're going to try to get Harris down on the block. Somebody down the block in a mismatch.
Malik Smith and Roberts playing catch out top for Cleveland Heights.
In the 2-3 right now.
Ball poked away. It's going to be picked back up by Pettit. Pettit works into the lane, forces it up with the left hand and lays it in. He's got 21, and Cleveland Heights has a 1-point lead, 70-69. With 50 seconds left. Andrews with the ball, hesitates out top, goes to the rack, pulls up, leaves the shot short. Rebound still loose, going to be picked up by Cleveland Heights' Malik Smith. Smith working against pressure, and a whistle comes off the Cleveland Heights bench. They've only got a 30-second timeout. Now they're giving them a full. I thought that was the gesture. It's going to be Cleveland Heights ball. I don't have a full time to take. Correct me if I'm wrong here. We're going to keep it right here. Well, apparently I'm wrong, because they're giving it to them either way. They've rolled the clock. Cleveland Heights has the ball, has a 1-point lead.
I thought that was a good timeout by Heights. It came from the bench because I think Lorain was going to try to foul Malik Smith, who had the ball. I mean, he hasn't shot the ball very well tonight. Heights today will get the timeout. Now they're going to get everything set. So you got all kinds of stuff going on here. 1-point lead by Cleveland Heights. If you're Lorain, you know, how long do you go trying to get the steal? How much time do you let run off this clock? I mean, we're sitting on 41.1 seconds. You can play defense for, 10 seconds or so, try to get that steal done, and then you're going to have to foul somebody if you don't get it. The problem is Heights is in the double bonus, so anybody you send to the foul line is going to get 2 shots.
The ball will come in. It'll be Roberts. He's going to be checked up by Davis. Man all over. Comes across the timeline. Garden screening with that offhand. He's going to end up trying to go baseline. Davis checking him up. And a foul's going to be whistled. I think they're going to get Andrews with it and send Roberts to the line. Yep, that's the case. That'll be his second team foul. Well, number 11, technically.
And Roberts wasn't going to give that ball up. He drove all the way down to the baseline. He brought it all the way back out with the dribble. He took 14 seconds off the clock, but he was not giving that ball up. He must be the guy they want at the foul line.
The senior guard's got 14 in the ball game. He's going to go to the line for 2 here. Dips for number 1, puts it up and in. Got 15, and it's now a 2-point Cleveland Heights lead. The Tigers starting to feel a little bit. They're going to step off the line and head all the way back to play defense, which actually makes some sense.
Right.
Roberts has 1 more to extend the lead to 3 for Cleveland Heights with 27.5 seconds. Timeout here by Coach Rossitano, you think? Free throw is good.
I think he's got to save it. He's got timeouts left because you're going to have to try to score and get a timeout.
Andrews with the ball at the top of the key. There's the timeout just as they get into the offense.
How many do they have left, Don?
They have 2. They got 1 full and 1:30.
Yeah, then it makes sense. Get the timeout now, get something set, and if you score, you're going to have to get a timeout again.
We're going to keep the timeout right here.
I mean, it's just been the kind of game we thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Cleveland Heights not going to go away all night. Obviously a formidable opponent.
72-69. Cleveland Heights extended to a 3-point lead following the 2 free throws by Javon Roberts. Lorain High will have it on their offensive end. You got another update?
Yeah, we do got a final. Midview was able to defeat North Ridgeville 69-58. So Midview and North Homestead will end up co-champions in the FWC. Right now, if you're Lorain, decision to make. You're down 3, obviously, but you don't. If you got that timeout left, and that's important, you don't have to take a 3 this possession. Now, if it's available to you, and it's one of your shooters, then yeah, absolutely. But if not, I look for them to drive, kick it if a shooter's open, and if not, get to the basket, score, hopefully get fouled. But you don't have to. You've got 24.3 left. You don't have to shoot a 3.
And Here we go. Davis with the ball, working to the right side. Lobs the pass off to Andrews outside the arc. Gives it back. Davis. Layup. Got it. He's got 9 in the ball game. And the timeout comes off the Lorain High bench. It's down to a 1-point difference, 72-71.
Well, they ran a flare screen for Daviar Andrews to try to get him on that 3. And Cleveland Heights did a great job of switching that. He didn't have the look. He got it back to Kevin Davis, and Kevin Davis smartly went to the basket. That wasn't the easiest layup that he finished there. Got the finish. Now the Titans have called their last time out. Down a point.
How quick do you foul?
I think you got to give yourself a chance here. I think you go for a steal on the inbounds, and if you don't get it, you foul immediately. I don't think you let any time run off the clock. And if Heights hits 2, so be it. You need a 3 to tie them. But you can't let much time run off the clock here at all because they're in the double bonus. You can't play for a 1-and-1 and hope for the first one being a miss. They're going to get 2 chances at it.
Yeah. We'll reset here as the teams get back out onto the court. 72-71, Cleveland Heights over Lorain. Naz Bohannon, Davier Andrews, Kevin Davis, Deshaun Brooks, and Jamar Ross on the court here for the Titans.
I mean, neither team has a timeout left, and more importantly, if I'm reading it right down there, it's tough to see, but I think Cleveland Heights has the arrow as well.
You're correct. 11.2 seconds left in this one. It'll be Malik Smith handling the inbounds duties.
What you can't have happen here is have the ball thrown over your head.
Baseline to run. They'll get it in. Tyreek Smith near midcourt. Lips it down court. There was a travel out on the edge. Back out top, Javon Roberts. And the clock stops on the whistle. And it looks as though they're going to send Hume to the line. The officials huddle up here. Well, I didn't hear the whistle.
Well, I didn't either. I thought Lorain.
That's on Bohannon. That's his 5th.
I thought Lorain fouled almost immediately and didn't get it called. Now, that's one of the things you kind of like tell the official, like, well, what do you think we're trying to do? If they get the ball in bounds, we're going to foul them. And about 4 seconds ran off this clock before the foul was actually called. Well, we got our man Pettit going to the line here for 2. Bohannon out of the ball game.
Jaleel Little will come in for him.
5.6 seconds left, and neither squad has a timeout. Now you get into that question here, depending on what happens with these free throws. I mean, if he makes 2, if you're Cleveland Heights, do you foul? I mean, you got to see what happens here with these free throws first.
All right, Pettit at the line, has 2 coming his way. A 1-point lead, 72-71. 5.6 seconds on the clock. First one is no.
Big miss.
Has 1 more coming his way.
Now if you're Lorain, now Cleveland Heights is going to get in a little bit. You make sure you check out. You got 6'5" Harris. He's a load.
Pettit with the ball in the second. Bounces it 3 or 4 times. Spins it, dips, and puts it up. That one's good. Sean Brooks to inbound. Gets it forward. They'll find Andrews at midcourt. Drives. Got the layup. Tied the ball game at 73 as time expires. We're going to overtime in Lorain. Wow. We'll take a break. We'll be right back on the Cool Cat 1380 and WLCS TV 20. Yeah, baby.
Ohio State is saving lives every day.
This is Ohio State.
We're the economic engine of the state, a major employer.
Over 60,000 students. We're on the forefront of cancer research. An educational core of Ohio.
Impacting tens of thousands daily. Our alumni organization is nearly 500,000 worldwide.
This is Ohio State.
This is Ohio State. Ohio State.
This is the Ohio State University.
All right, welcome back to Lorain High. We're into the first overtime period. 4 minutes up on the clock. 73-73. The tough part if you're a Lorain fan Nas Bohannon is on the bench with 5 fouls.
You're going to have to do this in overtime without him. But just to recap that last second shot, what happened, Davis got the inbounds. The defender was really too tight to Daviar Andrews. Andrews was able to beat him, catch that ball near midcourt, and just head down right down the middle of the lane and finish. 4 more minutes of fun.
We'll jump it up to start things off. Cleveland Heights is going to own it yet again. They started off the game this way. Tied at 73. 4-minute first overtime period. At the top of the key, Pettit works underneath. Layup at 2.
Yeah, just a real strong move there by Pettit. Tell you what, he's a man out there.
He's got 23 points in the ball game. Davis tries to flip it over, finds Brooks, and ball goes down on the ground. Jump ball. Alternate possession is going to belong to Lorain High. Foul line extended right in front of their bench.
You know, officials are really doing a good job, Don. I mean, as soon as players go on the floor, you got a couple officials right there making sure, hey, just keep playing hard, nothing crazy. Tough game to officiate. You give them credit.
I couldn't agree more. Absolutely couldn't agree. Everybody's shooting on every foul from here on, though. 16 fouls on Cleveland Heights. Andrews with the ball, comes across the timeline. As soon as he touches it, everybody gets excited. Flips one up. That one's not going to go. Awkward looking shot. Better rebound.
Yeah. No, he did. He threw him down.
Smothers is arguing, and if he doesn't stop, he's going to get teed up. Official walks over, says back away. So do his teammates. We'll get on to the other end. Going to the line here is Malik Smith. He's got 11 points in the ball game. I think he got most of those in the first half. Not been a real factor here in this second half. These free throws, though, from the LMRE free throw line could make a difference. He'll miss the first one. Jaleel Little comes back into the ball game for the Titans. Coach said he had the flu at the beginning of the game. When he's been out there, he doesn't look too impacted.
No. Well, and here's another area where you got to be concerned with Bohannon not being able to check out on this free throw for you.
Second one is good. Malik Smith's got a dozen now, and Cleveland Heights is going to commit to checking Andrews up and down the court. Quick pass down court. Davis gets it out to Ross, swings it around top to Sean Brooks, finds the layup, lays it in.
What a great take by Brooks there, right from the top of the key. Just a nice finish.
1 point lead now for Cleveland Heights, 76-75. 3 minutes left in the ball game. Heights is going to back off now. Out top, Smith lost the ball, boy.
Wow.
Devin Davis doing some work down there, knocking the ball away. Almost came up with the strip.
Yeah, great hands. On the ball defense, outstanding, and unfortunately ran out of court where he had a steal.
Tyreek Smith will flip it in. Javon Roberts with the ball. Still a 1 point difference, 76-75 in favor of Cleveland Heights. Roberts out top. Works off to the right side. Tariq Smith, couple dribbles, and sends it off to Roberts. The Lorain High fans calling for defense. See if they get it. Hesitation by Roberts, just duck it in and bounce it back out. Tariq Smith goes to the right block, goes up. Shot partially blocked, rebound, comes down to Jaleel Little. Tries to get it off to Andrews. He gets tag teamed up, ball still loose. Andrews is going to pick it up, fakes the pass, backs away, looks for help, finds Little. Little gets wrapped up. No, Andrews dunks it underneath. Davis, layup and 2.
Oh, wait, we got a foul way out here. We can't
boy.
We can't hear.
Mike Pettit is going to get called for it. That's going to be his 5th, and he's still barking, and I'm waiting for him to get teed up, and apparently that's not going to happen.
He fouled out. I thought Lorain got fouled 4 different times.
At least.
maybe it got called too, but you can't hear anything that's going on in here.
Sends Andrews to the line. Yeah, you know what? You're right. I've not heard the last 7 or 8 whistles, I'm sure. Pettit knows that he's out of the ball game, but he's not coming out until someone comes and drags him off. Grayson Green will come into the ball game. He started.
About this. This is a silly rule. Never liked it. Yeah, you get 20 seconds or whatever you need to figure out who you're putting in. That's just garbage. Get rid of that dumb rule.
Andrews, a 1-and-1, can tie it up with this first free throw. Puts it up and in. Tied at 76 with 2:20 left. Andrews can now give the Titans a 1 point lead if he hits this one. Lorain wisely has a couple guys back. They've been getting beat down court the better part of the game.
I mean, you got to try to make this team beat you from the outside, Cleveland Heights.
Andrews second from the LMRE free throw line is good. Give him 23.
Titans going 2-3 zone, Don.
77-76, Lorain over Cleveland Heights. Extending that zone a little bit toward midcourt. There's a knockaway, almost. There's the knockaway. Ross got a hand on it. They're going to call over and back.
Oh, my goodness.
That's not a good call. That's not a good call.
No, and the Cleveland Heights coach is beside himself.
Tell you what, he's going to hurt himself here if he steps onto the court again. The officials already told him to get back, and he's still going at him. I don't agree with the call either.
No, that's a terrible call. It really is. The ball was hit.
Right.
Lorain had knocked the ball away. Now, the thing about it, they blew the whistle for the over and back. It's just as much hurt Lorain. They're going to have a breakaway layup on that.
Right.
So I understand his frustration. It wasn't over and back, but I don't think his kid was going to get the ball back. I thought Lorain was going to get it.
Andrews will get the ball with the point lead, 77-76. 2 minutes left in the ball game. Andrews working up court. Got Tyreek Smith in front of him, flips it off to the right side. Kevin Davis there, drives to the top of the key, gets turned away, hands off to Andrews. Javier Andrews fakes the drive, backs off with a little bit of a smirk on his face. To the left side, Little works away from pressure, gets it off to Davis. He'll get bumped near midcourt, works to the top of the key, sends it back out top.
Yeah, the Titans doing a great job here running this spread.
Titans putting on a little show trying to break ankles right now. Little gets a little hip check out top. There's the foul. It'll send him to the line. That's going to be on Tyreek Smith, his second team foul, number 8. Let's see what kind of free throw shooters Little is. 25 of 34. Not too bad.
Not too bad.
Go to the line for 1 and 1. He's got 2 points in the ball game. Sets, puts it up, got it. 78-76 in favor of the Titans with 1:21 left.
Titans doing a much better job this half shooting free throws.
He's got one more coming his way.
Yet, I don't want to jinx him.
Hit it.
They've hit 7 out of 9 here in the second half.
Subs coming in, up off the bench for whom? Oh, Smothers comes back in. Defensive substitution. He's going to take the middle of that zone.
Yeah, 2-3 zone. Lorain, keep them out of the paint. Make them shoot it from the outside.
Roberts works it off to Grayson Green. Green with a couple dribbles, then gives up his dribble. Swings it down to Jalen Harris on the baseline. He'll try to hook to get out. Goes into the lane. Hard off the glass. No, Smothers there with the rebound, then gets wrapped up. Oh, he just shoved an official. Why is he not being tipped? There it is. Jalen Harris just got teed up. He got called for a foul, and then he got teed up. He pushed an official. I'm not quite sure why he's still in the game.
Well, it's been a long time coming. I mean,
so you've got the 1 and 1. Then you get the tee, and then Lorain gets the ball back, right?
I mean, this is huge, and
you just said Smothers to the line? Smothers was fouled.
The foul was on, he fouled Smothers.
So Smothers will go to the line. Right. Now, if he makes these, you leave him there, right?
Absolutely.
All right.
Harris drove the basket, made a nice move, but ended up with a difficult shot. Went over the back of Smothers, got the foul. And then, I'm with you, Don. He literally pushed an official in disgust.
Smothers missed the free throw, so that's the front end of the 1 and 1. They're going to take him off the line and put Andrews up.
Right, and Andrews is going to shoot the tee. So it should be a 2-shot technical for Andrews.
Well, plus it takes you in the automatic double bonus regardless. Either way, it's a 2-shot foul. Officials are coming over. Now, John Rossitano's question is, look, there were 10 fouls, but the first one happened was the 9th foul, so legitimately a 1 and 1.
You're exactly right. That made it a 1 and 1. Then the 10th was a technical because technicals count as team fouls. So Andrews shooting his technical now.
Missed it. Needs one here.
Yeah, I mean, we're on a 3-point ball game, 3-point Titan lead.
Jaleel Little comes back into the ball game. The big guy, Anthony Smothers, will sit down. Andrews with 23 points in the ball game. None bigger than this one if he hits it, and he does. He's got 24. Now Lorain High will get the ball out near midcourt. With 1:05 left in the ball game, it's 80-76. I'm thinking if Lorain holds on to win, we might want to speak to young Mr. Davier again. He'll get the ball, get fouled immediately. That's going to be on Jalen Harris.
He just fouled out.
Crowd giving him a little bit of grief. And they'll wave him off the court as well.
I mean, he just self-destructed, Don.
Yeah, he did. Smothers will come back into the ball game for the Titans. Yeah, if you're Coach Rossitano, you've got to back everybody up here.
Well, you know what? And if he ends up going on, and I'll root for him if he signs for the Buckeyes, but he better get some mental toughness there.
Absolutely.
Because he really hurt his ball club. Harris did here tonight. I mean, wow.
Javier Andrews, 2 free throws coming his way. First one is pure. He's got 25 in the ball game.
Yeah, I mean, he's just...
What a whale of a ball game.
He's just a clutch ball player.
We don't give away an MVP in our ball games. But if we did, there's no doubt as he hits the second one, he'd get it tonight. He's got 26. 82-76, a 6-point lead. Cleveland Heights with the ball. On the drive is Malik Smith. Ball knocked away by Smothers. He goes down with it, gets jumped on the back. Timeout comes off the Lorain High bench. Smothers likes getting down there and getting busy on it. We'll keep it right here with 53 seconds left, 82-76. We take the full timeout. And I know there are a lot of after parties planned coming out of this game and the celebrations that happen, but I tell you what, if the Titans can hold on to this 6-point lead here, the parties just get a little bit happier.
Well, this has just been a tremendous high school basketball game. Both squads are just very, very good. And, you know, credit Lorain, I mean, to be able to come back at the end of regulation like that and force this overtime, and they have been the much more disciplined, composed basketball team during this overtime. You know, just hats off, and, you know, 6-point lead. I mean, obviously it's not over yet, but they have done just such a tremendous, and with Bohannon on the bench with 5 fouls, I mean, they've come out and just made a statement in this overtime, Lorain has.
No question about it. 82-76. It's going to be Lorain's ball, the length of court to go. Deshaun Brooks will inbound. They'll get it into Andrews, and he'll get fouled immediately by Grayson Green. We'll go down to the other end and put him to the line.
And again, it's just a little thing, but it's a smart thing. Get the ball to Andrews.
Yep.
I mean, you know, on the inbounds, and let him go shoot free throws.
It's a little thing tonight, but you've got to think games for Lorain 22, 23, 24.
Right, absolutely.
Andrews will go to the line, shooting 2 free throws here. First one, good. 27 on the evening. By the way, the party here in Lorain, and it looks as though the Titans will win, doesn't start until the nets start coming down. They've got a celebration to do in terms of that.
Invited a lot of people to the party because all of a sudden we're engulfed.
Oh, I know. This is the second one. Rebound comes down. That'll be Tyreek Smith. Sends it off to the left side. 3-ball launched. Good. Wow. Outside. That was a big one from Corey Hicks. And a timeout comes off the Cleveland Heights bench. I thought they used their timeout earlier. 83-79.
Did they use one?
I thought they used one here. I could be wrong.
Scoreboard had them with having one.
All right.
Big 3. I mean, not going to let you relax. Not going to make it easy. You know, knocking down that 3. Titans up 4 here. 43 seconds. Again, execute your inbound. You got to make free throws.
Yeah.
You know, because Now it's back down to a 2-possession game, even if you knock down a couple free throws. But you got to make free throws, and you still got to force Heights to make threes. And they just hit that one, but they haven't shown the ability that they're a great three-point shooting team.
So we'll reset the situation for you. We're in overtime. 73-73 at the end of regulation. 83-79 now with, 43 seconds left there.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to Brian Corey and get rid of that counting down on the score. Leave how much time's left up there.
People all over the place and good security presence, both from a tough time getting the ball in. They finally do so. Kevin Davis is going to get fouled. Got a lot of security personnel, a lot of Lorain City police on site. That because you knew it was going to be an exciting night. It was going to be an emotional night. Potential conference championship night. Everybody being prepared. I like that.
Well, and this place is ready to embrace the Titans.
Yep. Davis hits the first free throw. That'll put him in double figures. Smothers comes back into the ball game for a defensive presence in the middle of that paint. Kevin Davis, 10 points in the ball game, make it 11. He hits them both and make it 85-79. 41 seconds left. Heading down court. Roberts sends it right side. Tariq Smith, layup. No, he gets fouled.
You can't. I mean, I know it's tough, but when you go flat-footed under the basket defensively, you're going to get yourself in trouble. And you commit that foul, and more importantly, you stop the clock.
Even more important, Tariq Smith leaves the first free throw well short. Barely caught the front of the rim. I don't think he's been off the court, to be honest with you.
I'll tell you what, then, he's going to be in phenomenal shape at the pace of this game.
Yeah.
This has been not for the faint-hearted.
Second one, no. Smothers rebound, gets fouled from behind by Grayson Green. That'll be his third. And we'll take the walk down the other way, and Smothers is going to have to shoot the free throws.
Last minute's going to take about 15.
Yeah, it is. It's a 4-point ball game the last time. It's a 6-point difference right now, and this one took the Titans into an overtime period to get there. Well, you got people all around us. This is kind of weird. Free throw from Smothers is good. They moved the bleachers back a little bit, and it was good right up until we went into overtime. Then the humanity just started moving forward. Smothers hits both of them. He's got 13 in the ball game. He's played a whale of a ball game. 32 seconds. Tariq Smith into the lane, gets the shot. That'll be his 12th point of the ball game. Inbounds comes to Ross, gets fouled from behind. We'll go down the other way. Foul's going to be whistled, I believe, on Corey Hicks.
Well, Cleveland Heights out of timeout.
And possibly just playing out of time.
And that's, but it's huge. They can't stop the clock anymore. So if you're Lorain, you're smart. Take your time on your inbound. Knock down these free throws. Really nothing Cleveland Heights can do. They're not going to have enough time. But you got to knock down free throws.
Yeah, missed the first one. Still a 6-point difference with 23.2 ticks on the clock. Ross's second one is up. That one's good. He's got 7 in the ball game. Inbounds pass comes to Grayson Green. He'll go the length of the court, force up an awkward-looking shot. Rebound. Deshaun Brooks gets it out. And there's another foul. That was going to be whistled on Malik Smith. I've got him down for 4. I'm saying that was almost a breakaway, and apparently Jeremy Holmes not convinced that a foul is a foul. He's still arguing it. I don't understand.
Yeah, and I think
Ross is first. Front of the rim, backboard and in. He's got 8.
Just seeing some frustration now. Cleveland High, I mean, they played awfully hard tonight, but Lorain has been up to the challenge.
Second one is good as well. Ross has 9 points in the ball game. 3 ball, good for Roberts. He's got 19 in the ball game. Ball's going to come in. Jamar Ross will work up court. 3, 2, 1. Party time in Lorain, and that's coming down in the Titans Gymnasium. As they take this one 90 to 84 over Cleveland Heights. Good ball game, entertaining, couple rough moments along the way to say the very least, but a fun ball game nonetheless. We'll be right back on the Cool Cat 1380, as well as WLCS TV 20.
Which of the angles on the board are the one from the quiz on Friday? Jaden?
Research shows more and more 12 to 15-year-olds have arteries similar to that of a 45-year-old. But it doesn't have to be that way. Don't let your children grow up too fast. Encourage them to act their age through regular exercise and healthy eating.
Welcome back to Lorain High School. I'm reaching over the banner here, the banner. I've kind of stepped over here, hoping that we would have a chance to talk to John Rossitano here in our post-game show, brought to you by First Federal Savings of Lorain. Coach, we'll just start talking about this a little. Took 4.5 quarters for the Titans to come away with this one. Give credit to Cleveland Heights. We talked about them being a good ball club. They're every bit of that.
Oh, this was a tremendous high school basketball game, and you could just kind of get the sense right from the beginning that it was going to be a 4-quarter game, and in this case, a 4.5-quarter game, as you talked about. But it was, you know, at 90-84 overtime victory for the Titans, and really, I don't think we ever had a double-digit lead in the ball game, Don.
I don't think so.
I think 8 was the highest it ever got. And, you know, it's funny because Lorain every time was they had that 5 to 7 point lead for a lot of this ball game, but then in the fourth quarter, they were down 4. They were down 4 with less than a minute left, and were able to come back, tie it up, get it to overtime, and then win the overtime. We talked about if they won this ball game, they were going to have to earn it. Well, they earned it.
There's no question about that. It was a 6-point difference in that overtime period, which is huge when you consider that, you know, we were even at the end of the first quarter. It was a 3-point difference at the end of the second quarter. An even third quarter, a 3-point difference in the fourth quarter, leaning toward Cleveland Heights, and then it was a 6.4-minute break in that overtime period that really made the difference and brought it home to the Lorain High Titans, Coach.
Hit a lot of key free throws and had different people hit key free throws. I mean, we talked about how good Javier Andrews played tonight. Well, I'm going to shout out to Kevin Davis as well.
Agreed.
Handled the ball, ran the offense, made some very good decisions. And that's what makes these guys so good, because you can make a case for Smothers and his contribution. Bohannon, until he fouled out, they're a team, and they're a very talented team. And you know, this is a team, and we've talked to Coach Rossitano on a couple of occasions, Don, and they know how to win. And that's so important, but they know how to win and close out basketball games.
No doubt about it. Well, I'll tell you what, I know you have the stats done over there because your lovely bride got up and went to stretch her legs. Let's go ahead and take a look at our final stats, brought to you by Buckeye Community Bank, located in Sheffield Center, online at buckeyebank.com. Buckeye Community Bank, banking the way it should be.
Okay, for the victorious Titans, 31 of 60 from the floor, 52%, and ended up knocking down 8 3-pointers tonight, 8 out of 19, 42%. Most impressively, 20 of 31 from the foul line, but hit some big ones in overtime to keep Heights at bay, 64%. Cleveland Heights, 33 of 61 from the floor, 54%. 5 of 11 from behind the arc, 45%. 13 of 22 from the foul line, 59%. Rebounding-wise, Cleveland Heights ended up with a 34-30 advantage. Heights turned it over 16 times. Lorain High, 5 turnovers.
For the game?
For the game.
Are you kidding me?
I mean, 90 points. You know there's a lot of possessions. They turned it over 5 times. There's so many impressive things about this victory tonight.
I would absolutely agree. The party goes on here at Lorain High School as the Titans are cutting down the net. We're hoping to get a word in with John Rossitano here at some point. I don't know that we're going to have the opportunity.
You know, we would love to, but I understand totally. I mean, fortunate enough to cut down a net.
Yep, you know how it goes, right?
And I'm going to tell you what, it's why you coach. I've got that piece of net. I know exactly where it is. I'll have it the rest of my life. They'll probably bury it with me. It's a huge deal, and, you know, Coach is enjoying the moment as well as he should. I mean, so much time is put into a season like this. And, you know, there's a lot of pressure on these guys.
Oh, no doubt.
I mean, yeah, hey, Lorain, they're supposed to be good. But, you know, that's still a lot of pressure for high school kids. Yeah. And they responded. I mean, these kids are clutch, and you're going to have to knock them out, man, because they're not going to beat themselves.
I agree. Okay, so with that, we're going to wrap things up here on the radio side of things. We may hold on with the TV side. We'll talk to Joe Bach about that in just a minute. We got more basketball coming your way. Girls tournament action coming up on Saturday featuring Lake Ridge Academy. You're going to be there, right?
I'll be there tomorrow.
All right, sounds like a lot of fun. A big thank you to everybody involved with our broadcast tonight. Brian Corey and the staff here at Lorain High School doing a great job, putting on a great show. A tip of the cap to all of them. This is a personal note from a Southview guy and a guy that was coached by Larry Stark. Thank you so much for everything you did tonight. Gene Briscoe, our producer back in the studios, keeping us on the air.
And legal.
Well done. My partner, Jim Baker, high atop the old Southview, current Lorain High gym. As always, my friend, a lot of fun.
Well, we had a blast tonight, Don.
No doubt about that. For everyone on the sports crew, I'm Don Vincent. A big thank you to you for spending your evening with us. Again, your final tonight in overtime. The Titans win the LEL championship. Well, there you go. Val Stark goes up. She's going to get a piece of the net. Pull it down for the Lorain High fans. 90-84, Lorain High, LEL champs. The last home game here at this gymnasium.
I will be coming up on retirement, and the VA benefits will play a very important part in my life.
You may have earned valuable veterans benefits from your military service.
I decided that it was time to go to college and pursue my career.
I was able to buy this house.
Learn more about your eligibility, even how to apply online using e-benefits.
The VA benefits made a real difference in my life.
I wouldn't be where I am today if it hadn't been for my VA benefits.
Don't wait. Apply for your VA benefits today.
All right, we're in the post-game show here at Lorain High following the Titans' LEL victory. Davier, man, first off, congratulations. Fun win for you guys, huh?
Yeah, it was a very fun win. We just got out and worked hard.
You worked hard throughout the ball game, you know, and there were moments that this Cleveland Heights team just didn't look like they wanted to go away. You guys hung in there and battled all. It's okay, you're all right. They weren't going to go away, and you guys needed to put them away. Was there a point in the game when you said you just needed to take this on your shoulders and go for it?
Yeah, when I knew it was just about crunch time, I just got the ball in my hands and just took over it.
Talk to us about that last shot, that layup that tied it up at the end of the fourth quarter. Everything seemed to open up once you beat that first guy.
Yeah, I got the ball. I seen 4 seconds on the clock. I just made my best move and just went to the basket.
Does time slow down for you when that's happening? Because I'm thinking 4 seconds, I got to rush it, but you were cool with it.
No, time don't slow down for me. I got too much speed.
Well, maybe that's the trick. We got you unofficially for 27 points tonight, a bunch of those at the free throw line, especially in the latter part of the ball game. When it was on your shoulders, is that where you want it to be right now?
Yeah, that's where I want it to be. I want my team to count on me and make them proud.
Talk about winning the LEL championship outright, cutting down the nets. How cool is that?
Well, it's cool to do it 2 times in a row, 2 years in a row. Yeah, it was very exciting.
The big party here tonight. You guys came out with the Southview warm-ups and, you know, all the introductions at halftime. I know you guys weren't a part of that, but well, you kind of closed out this gym here with style tonight, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. We just want to appreciate our veterans that was here.
All right, Davier, nothing but the best of luck to you and the guys as you go into the tournament. Thanks for spending some time with us here.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Congratulations, Davier Andrews. We're going to see if we can check in with Coach Rossitano in just a minute. We'll be right back.
Stop. Whether it's on the way to school, at school, or online, bullying has become a non-stop threat to our youth today. Is your child being bullied? The National Runaway Switchboard can help. If you're having a hard time, get online or call to chat now.
All right, John Rossitano is joining us now on the post-game show. Coach, congratulations on the win. Congratulations on the league championship.
It's been a grind this year. I mean, we've gotten everybody's best shot. These guys are just winners. I mean, they know how to win. They expect to win. And you can see down this stretch, there was no panic. We got down. They just made plays to get the game into overtime. Once the game got into overtime, we took care of business. But what a physical, tough, hard-nosed game played on both sides. And I'm just proud of the guys right now for doing what we do best, which is win basketball games.
One of the things that we talked about during the broadcast, and I think you even mentioned it to me when we talked pregame, was the fact that Cleveland Heights hasn't had a lot of success in close games. They've been hit with a lot of them. You guys just seem to know how to win those close ones. Was that a factor tonight, you think?
Well, no doubt. When you're used to winning, when you expect to win, you just almost know something positive is going to happen. You make positive things happen. And when you're losing, you're looking for ways to lose. I thought that happened a little bit tonight. Yeah. We played to win, and I think they played not to lose, and that's a huge difference. And again, our Lorain guys are just, I'm so proud of them. The crowd here was tremendous. The city of Lorain should be very proud of these guys for winning back-to-back conference championships, which is a great thing for our guys in Lorain.
And how fun was it to see that net come down again?
It was great to see it come down, and I was happy to see Val Stark get the final straw, final string, and get the net to take home in honor of Larry, who was here for a long time, coached here a long time. And again, we're just proud to represent a lot of people, and a lot of people are excited about what we're doing.
Well, tip of the cap to you and the guys for honoring the past tonight, coming out in the Saints warm-ups, so on and so forth. Was that a distraction? Did that take you away from the ball game at all?
I don't think so. I just think it was a hard-fought game. I'll say that Brian Corey, our athletic director, did a great job organizing this whole thing and to honor the former Southview players, the Southview gym, and he did a great job. And it's just we're going to miss the gym. It's a fun gym to play in. When this place is full, it's loud, and that's our advantage. And hopefully next week it helps us in the tournament time.
All right, Coach, best of luck to you and the guys moving into the tournament. Thanks for spending some time with us.
Hey, Joe, thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
All right. John Rossitano spending some time with us here in the post-game show. All right, that's going to wrap it up here from this gym for the last time during a regular season basketball game. The Titans go away, Lake Erie League champions, in this last home game, last regular season home game. Tournaments are right around the corner for them. We'll see how they do moving forward. For everybody in WLCS, I'm Don Vincent. Thanks for spending your time with us. We'll see you next time right here, WLCS TV 20.
This has been a production of Lorain City Schools TV 20 WLCS.